Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so today is Friday, October the 10th, 2025. And today we're going to make a card using Branching Out. This bundle is, it's amazing. Has so much potential. I think one of my favorite things about this is not just the stamps, but the dies. These dies are to die for. They are so cute. Yeah, when I saw these, I was like, oh, yeah, I love them. And I'm a sucker for a pine cone, so there's a little pine cone in here. It's just really, really cute. And the sentiments. So, you know, lots of sentiments from our family to yours. Happy birthday wishes. That's nice because this isn't just for, you know, you could use this year round, really. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to make a card today. I'm going to be using Secret Sea, Old Olive. I am going to use a bit of this shiny real red ribbon because I love it. And let's see how this goes. So let me put the camera down. Traditions of Christmas DSP, I heard is unavailable at the moment, but it'll be back. So if you haven't gotten any, yeah, you'll probably want to wait and get some of that. Okay, so I'm going to be using a piece of Old Olive cardstock for my base, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, this is already scored. I must have used this for another card. Well, we're going to make it work. I must have started another card and scored this, but let's see if we can make this work. Okay, so the card is going to open like this. I'm going to cover up some of those score lines. So, you know, if you have score lines and you want to kind of cover them up, and kind of take your bone folder and kind of go like that. See if that works. Usually does. Kind of smushes them back. There you go. Because you know, you don't want to waste that piece of cardstock. Okay, now I have a piece of Secret Sea. So this is actually measured. Hold on, I'll give you the measurements. So you know the Old Olive is a regular half sheet, so that's 5.5 by 8.5. And then the Secret Sea is just under 5.25 and just under 4. It's just a smidge under because I wanted this border to be just a little bit bigger. Okay, so I have that. And then I have this piece of DSP, and this is from the Traditions of Christmas. So yeah, this side, but I'm going to use this side. So the Old Olive, like the little polka dots and the stripes. So I'm going to have that on there. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble these. And, oh, you know what? Before I do that, I want to cut something out of this. Because really, this is going to be hidden. So I'm going to cut out one of these dies out of the center. No one's going to know, just us. So let me run this through the cut and emboss right here. And, oh, I think I'm missing a plate. Oh, darn it. Can't run it through without both plates. There we go. My plates are really getting etched up and worn, but I'm continuing to use them until they, whatever happens to them, they crack or bite the dust. Okay, just sliding around on this chair. I don't have a table here anymore. I just have a chair. So let's see if I can run this through real quick. There we go. All right. So, yeah. Sometimes I just hate wasting the inside of these pieces. I mean, cardstock's expensive. It's gone up and it's like a little pricey. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use that. So these, there's 6 of these and they nest. So they're all different sizes, right? So I'm using the third one from the smallest. So it's not the smallest, not the next one, but it's the next one. And then I cut out a white one of the next smallest. Okay, so these are going to nest like that. Okay, all right. Now I can glue this together. And like I said, nobody's going to know that there's a big hole in the center except us. Even the person that receives this card will be clueless. Okay. Then this one. Piece P next. And that's going to layer in there. Okay. Now, I have some, I did pre-cut a few of these. Yeah. And these are obviously from the branching out dies. So I have 2 of these and I have 2 pine cones. So I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals on the pine cones and get them ready. These are the mini dimensionals. And there is a back and a front. So make sure you do that. They're textured. They're so very, very cute and tiny, but they're textured. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and, before I glue this down, I'm going to decide how I want these. I think I'm going to cut these apart. Instead of having them in groups of 2, I'm just going to have them individually. I think I can use them better that way. I'm just going to cut these apart. Okay, now I'm going to do a little stamping. And I'm going to stamp let's see, this. This is just one little pine branch, or actually just pine, I guess it's a branch. So I'm just going to stamp this several times. Let's see how this works. A piece of white cardstock. Hold on. Not very organized. Not very organized today. Hang on. A piece of white. Can't be too small. Let's see. I have these scraps. Do you save scraps? Oh my gosh. I have so many pieces of scraps. All right. So, let's see. I'm going to use my old olive pad. And I'm just going to stamp one. Kind of make like a branch, kind of close together. Probably could have spread those out a little bit. Let's see if I can spread them out a little more. I think they look better if they're spread out more. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to stamp a whole bunch of these. So in this stamp set, there are clusters of these. There's actually 2 clusters. Here, I'll show you. And these actually work really well on the branches, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to use the branches for this card. There's going to be a little fussy cutting going on here. You're like, what? What is she doing? Okay. See how that works. I'm going to close this real quick. All right. So now I'm just going to trim these around, kind of like this. I could have used a bigger piece of cardstock, but I want to use some of these scraps. Oh my gosh. Scraps everywhere. Different colors, not just white. Lots of scraps. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to try not to lose anything here. I'm cracking up over that heart I lost. Oh my gosh. So if you're watching my video, when was that? A couple weeks ago, and I stamped a little red heart, and then I could not find it for anything. And, you know, it wasn't live, so you guys couldn't tell me where it was, but ended up being on stuck on my pinky, and I just gave up. I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere on the floor. So at that point, I just stamped another one. And later, yeah, I found it. The bizarre thing, it must have stuck to my clothes, and then it ended up somehow by my pillow. So 2 floors up. So everybody was cracking up because they were like, we were trying to tell you it was on your finger. But it traveled well. And turned up eventually, but a little late for the card. I had another one, so it was no big deal. You know, you just got to go with the flow sometimes. Not freak out. If you freak out about everything, guys, your life will be a freak out, because nothing ever goes as planned for me. My husband's actually going to get a knee replacement at the end of the month. Oh my. I hope you'll be seeing me. I hope you'll be seeing me next month, because I hear it's quite an ordeal to take care of somebody. Okay, so there we go. We got these. All right, I think we're ready. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm actually going to hide it behind. I'm just going to kind of hide this behind like that. And then, why doesn't my adhesive want to work? There we go. And it's being rather finicky. Okay, so I only wanted one of those behind. Okay. And now, before I assemble this, I kind of want to get a plan going here. I think I'm going to put some dimensionals on some of these. Not all of them, but just a few. Okay. And maybe I'll do the other one too. Okay. So now I'm going to stamp a sentiment first, so I know where to place these. And the sentiment I think I'm going to use is Sent with Lots of Love. And I'm going to use the Secret Seed pad because I want to bring this color back in. Oops, not that stamp, this one. It says Sending Lots of Love. I'm just going to stamp that over here. Okay, so now I know how to place where to place these. And I am going to put a little glue on my craft sheet, silicone craft sheet. I'll put a little bit more than I usually do because I think I need it. Okay, so I'm going to put a little glue on here. Okay. Let's stick this one down, kind of like right there. Oh, those are so cute. Okay, let's do another one. See, it seems like that glue goes really fast when for some reason. Okay, so these are going to be laying like that. So I'm going to have this one. Ooh, I really overglued that. Up here. That. All right, now I'm going to put some adhesive on here. And I'm just going to have this come down like this. And then this cluster come down like this. Oh, it's starting to come to life. And then I have a few more to play with. And I think I'll put this one over here. Man, Travis, too much glue. There. Okay, so I have that. And then I have these. Now these have some dimensionals on them, so I'm going to pop these two up. My fingers are sticky. Okay, so I have this one come up here. I don't know, there's something about adding dimension to a card, and whether it's using an embossing folder, you know, ink, dimensionals, whatever it is, I really like dimension. Okay, looking good. Okay, so I think now I can go ahead and add this to my card. And there we go. I'm not done yet. I haven't forgotten about my ribbon. Okay, so I have this red ribbon. I think it needs a touch of color. Don't want a whole lot of ribbon. I'm just going to add that much. So that's about 2 inches of ribbon, just a tad over maybe. And I'm just going to add that on there like that. Okay. And then one more. A little twist like that. Okay. And then, I know I covered up a lot. That covered up a lot of my greenery, but I think that's okay. Now I'm going to add these. I love these little pine cones. Oops. Oh, those are so cute. Okay. I kind of wish I hadn't covered up so much of my greenery. Maybe I'll cut this off a little more. I think if I make this shorter, then more of my greenery will show. What do you think? I could use some little gems on here, I think. I could almost use some red gems. Do we even have any red gems? Oh, you know what I think we have? We have, hold on. I have all my new gems in here. I have these sparkly gems. And I do have some red ones, so let's do it. I have this, a small one and a medium. And then let's put a large one down here somewhere, right there. Kind of brings your eye to the whole card. I do like to use, 1, 3, or 5. So hardly ever just use, like 2, unless one falls off. Okay, now I have the white piece for the inside of my card, because this is old olive and it's really hard to write on and see. So I have this. So I'll put this inside. So this is 5 by 3 3/4. And there's my finished card. Okay, so you can make your own branches. Maybe even have an older set that has, greenery in it. Make your own. Make some branches. It's so easy. And just do a little fussy cutting. So thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm having a class tomorrow. I'm doing a Christmas card stamp camp tomorrow. So I will share with you on Tuesday the cards. And I thank you for watching and for commenting. As always, thanks so much, and I'll see you on Tuesday.